Jerusalem.
Well, let's look at these results, very good results for Benjamin Netanyahu, better than he expected, better than his Likud party expected. But it still underlines that Israel is a divided society and at odds with what many in Western capitals and certainly in Arab states had wanted in terms of trying to make peace, if that is possible, with the Palestinians. Joining us here now is Amit Segal, who's a political correspondent for Channel 2 television. What do you think the message from the Israeli electorate was from the voting of yesterday?
Well, something almost funny happened here. A prime minister has just been elected for third consecutive term, and yet everybody feels as if political turnaround has just happened. And the reason for that, and this is the reason why Netanyahu won in such a landslide in Israeli terms, is the fact that he still represents a coalition of minorities who feel that the elites and the media in Israel, the leftist media, opposes every sentiment they have, every value they have, religious values, ideological values, and so forth. And in that respect, Netanyahu represented, in my opinion, these values, and that's why he won in such a landslide last night. A landslide he did not expect himself.
But he did say afterwards that he represented all Israelis. Do you think he will reach out by heeding what the president has asked for and said is needed now, a national unity government?
I don't think it's feasible. He said that the nation is divided, and it's of course true, but not 50-50, but 60-40. And the results have shown that the vast majority of the Israeli population does not believe in a unity government. People in Israel want sharp decisions, not the way Netanyahu used to form coalitions with tokens from the left. Tzipi Livni, Ehud Barak, maybe Peres, and so forth. This time it's going to be a narrow right-wing coalition, not very narrow, to be honest. And in my opinion, it will. For instance, Netanyahu just 2 days ago, in the middle of campaign, said he no longer believes in the two-state solution. A dramatic declaration, and that's why this term is going to be very sharp. I mean,
is that politics? Do you think he's going to get calls from Washington, from Brussels, maybe even from Ramallah, saying, yes, let's start the peace process again?
Well, I started this campaign believing that it's either us or we campaign between the left and right was just for, political purposes, electoral purposes. But now I think this is it comes from a deep ideological roots. Netanyahu went to the right, even to the far right, and he won 30 seats, 25% of the electoral vote. I know it's in the UK it sounds like not sounds like much, but here in Israel it's amazing, and that's why I think many people wondered over the last 6 years whether Netanyahu has crossed the Rubicon. Well, he didn't cross the Rubicon, he maybe crossed Ruby Rivlin, the president. Ruby Rivlin is a staunch Republican right-winger. Netanyahu ideologically believes in the two-state solution, but practically he does not think it's feasible, and that's why he will not promote such a solution.
Amit Segal, thank you very much.
Thank you very much
for joining us here in Jerusalem with this analysis as a siren goes by just behind us. Let's cross now to the West Bank.